Ahoy there folks, I'm Captain Benzie and welcome back to another video for EVE Online. Now, sometimes when playing EVE Online, crazy stuff just happens, and today I wanted to showcase a little event I had last night whilst trying to test out the Phantasm. Yet, spoiler alert, I'm working on a Phantasm C3 ratting video. I've not quite finished testing it yet and I haven't recorded all the stuff I need to, but I wanted to showcase what can happen when you're out C3 ratting and an entire fleet happens to turn up on your position. So if you enjoy this one, please hit like, drop a comment down below, consider subscribing, and consider becoming a channel member to keep me making content. With all that said and done, let's just jump straight in, because this is going to be quite a short one. I was out ratting a C3 in the Phantasm, testing a fit that I thought might be an interesting thing to showcase in a future video. You can see, actually, it's working really well, at least here in the Fortification Frontier Stronghold currently, so I'm not going to showcase the fit yet, because it needs more testing. I need to see if it can do the other combat sites. This was literally the first site that I was ratting with it. I get to Wave 3, and it's going really well. We've had some talk of a Heron being in system, which is unaccounted for. It's not one of ours. It seems to just be kind of doing its thing, and it's disappeared in and out a few times. So we are on high alert as a corporation. We're sitting there going, yeah, there's possibly someone watching us. It might just be a standard explorer looking for sites and checking a chain, but there is every possibility that it is a scout for an enemy fleet. So, we're keeping an eye on things. We've got scouts cloaked up on all of the connections in this system, watching to make sure, does anyone come in? And you can see in chat here, someone has spotted an Arazu. Now, an Arazu is quite a scary little PvP ship. It's not showing up on D-scan for me. Of course it's not. I say, of course, it's not. That's the Lachesis that ignores D-scan. So it's not showing up for me, but someone has spotted an Arazu nearby. So I'm on high alert, but I'm thinking, let's see if I can finish this site anyway. I've got through the first of the ships, the Awakened Upholder. It's now just the Awakened Preserver I want to take down, then go after the Sleepless Upholder. You'll see how this works, obviously, when I actually get to doing the Phantasm video. But we're talking in voice comms at the moment, and then suddenly that Arazu appears in local for me. So I'm immediately going to try and warp out to a safe spot. I don't care about my drones. We can lose the drones. Hopefully I can get out before I am locked. There's now also a Tengu and a Loki appeared on D-scan. Nope, that Arazu has successfully managed to point me. I'm not warping off. So what I'm going to do here is set my keep at distance on that Arazu. I've got my keep at set at 150 kilometers. That means I can go in a straight line directly away from it. And that Loki has now arrived on grid as well. I'm trying to see if I can lock the Arazu, but it's also hit me with sensor dampeners that are keeping me from being able to lock onto it. I've only got a 12-kilometer lock range right now. So, I'm overheating the afterburner, and look at D-scan. We've now got a Drake, a Celestis, a Sentinel, an Arazu, and a Loki. 4 of those are on site with me right now. 5 of them are on site with me. 6 of them are on site with me right now. Sentinel, Drake, Tengu, Loki, Celestis, Arazu. This is a little bit scary. I've got a lot of stuff locking me down. I'm overheating my afterburner to try and get some distance away from point range. I have successfully managed to do so. I can now warp away. That's a lot of enemy ships. I've had to abandon my mobile tractor unit, and yeah, you guys might find this funny. Guess who forgot to bookmark his mobile tractor unit? After I shout at you in every single video to do so, I've not done it myself. But it's okay. I've only done a couple of waves. It's not ideal, but we are away to safety. I can jump back into our wormhole system, and at this point, the Loki arrives on grid, but too late. I'm already through the hole, and I know that there is a defense fleet forming in our home system. So what am I going to do? I'm going to dock up and join them. At this point, I've now warped back to the wormhole in a PvP Hurricane. Right, we've got a small inverted commas, defense fleet up here. Few Hurricanes, Hurricane fleet issue, Guardian, and then, oh look, the Tengu decided to jump in on this side of the hole. Oops. Well, we're going to lock that down, and we are going to point him as quickly as possible. You'll see that immediately we've locked him down. Everyone's hitting approach. I'm going to activate the micro warp drive to get close range. I am shooting, and I'm going to be missing at this point because it's too far away from the Tengu. It's too far away from me. but you can see that is going down very, very quickly. He has been scrammed by other people in our fleet who are a little bit closer. He's not going anywhere, and that is a very quick kill here for the Tengu. Down it goes. Now, we're a Wormhole Corp. We don't like podding other players if we can help it, because there's no need, right? There's no point just podding him and destroying him sort of thing, but yeah, he kind of made a big mistake by jumping straight into our wormhole without any form of scout. He comes through that, he's not going to be able to get back to the hole and warp to, jump through to safety. He can't warp off because we've locked him down very quickly and stopped him warping off with points and scrams, and then we just rip him to shreds with a load of ruptures and hurricanes and things like that. Not a nice thing to jump into for him. That is lesson learned. Now, this does mean, however, that he now knows what our fleet is composed of. And we've still got eyes on the other side of the wormhole. We can see that their fleet is now warping off back to whichever hole they've come from. This means that they now know what we've got, and they're looking to reship and possibly bring us a bigger fight. Now, at this point, we've basically got two decisions. We can sit here and take that fight, or we can kind of just keep our distance, roll the hole, and move off to, get a new connection in order to continue ratting. Now, what we actually did here was to stay around for a little bit of time, hang around on the wormhole here, just to see if they did jump through, but it was clear that they were trying to bait us. They put a couple of ships on the hole in the C3 system, as if baiting us to come and have a fight there. We know full well that whatever they've got is just bait, and the other stuff is going to be sitting on the other side of that hole and jump us. They know what we've got, so they're going to have built accordingly. Is it worth taking that fight? Well, that's up to you. We decided that probably wasn't worth it, and so we just rage rolled the hole, got ourselves a new connection, and then had an evening of happily ratting the next little bit. Now, at this point in time, I am talking in local, and I say to the guy here that absolutely, YouTuber's honor, we're not going to pod you. You are free to walk to the hole and leave. We're not going to shoot you. We're not going to just blow up your pod. Again, I don't see the point of it in a wormhole. It's so hard getting back from wherever you've got your station set, your home station, because obviously you can't set home station in a wormhole system. So yeah, we don't tend to pod. We don't tend to pod for the simple reason that we know it's an absolute ball ache to try and get back. So there we are. Nice little bit of fun there. Watch me escape an incoming enemy fleet and then blow up one of their scouts who made the rookie error of jumping into our system with no scouting. Scouting is important, people. Anyway, folks, tell me your favourite story. What have you enjoyed most about Wormhole PvP? What ship have you lost that you felt guilty at losing? What great fights have you had? Let me know in the comment section down below. Consider supporting the channel by joining it using the YouTube channel memberships on the main page. You can get some really cool, unique perks there. And below this video, you'll even see a merchandise store now, so you can grab yourself some cool little Captain Benzie merchandise. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching this one right the way through to the end and listening to me ramble. The Phantasm video will be coming soon. Happy sailing, and see you in New Eden.